Turn it on.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Hi guys. My name is Alejandro. I represent Send It Homes. This is basically a new concept that we're trying to launch here. It has a little story behind it. Basically, there's an official and an unofficial story. Officially, what's it all about? It's basically about having tourists come to your stores, buy a lot of stuff, and have it sent home. What does this mean? If you see there's a lot of tourists here that they go there, they just buy the biggest, cheapest suitcase that they can. They just fill it up, they're dragging it around all over the place, and then they leave it in the car. Most probably going to get very tired. Then they're going to have to drag it all the way to the airport, and they're going to pay, well, you know, like maybe $500 later, they're going to find out, okay, now I'm going to have to drag it home after having a big hassle with all the immigration and customs authorities at home, right? So this is for the offshore tourists, right? So this is basically a solution for that. You see, if you are an offshore buyer, you can get the sales tax return if you can prove that this is going to be shipped. So we're going to have a kiosk that's going to be open, I guess, this weekend, right, Octavio? So we're opening this weekend, and basically you're going to get a airway bill number. What this means is you're going to get a tax return. That's one of the benefits. Of course, we're going to have global coverage that's going to be delivered at your home, if you're a tourist, of course. And if you are a local buyer, it also can be delivered at home, wherever in the US, Canada, or all over the world. Duties and taxes paid, home delivered. We're going to have flat rate box and air express, air cargo, or if you have big products you want to sell or send, you can send it via ocean consolidation so that it can be delivered right at your door. It has global coverage and also insurance available. Advantages, I guess I said already, no hassle, cheaper than excess luggage, that's for sure. Safer than the existing options. There are some options in the market that we all know about. There's some fly-by-night freight forwarders that they say, in Spanish they call it puerta a puerta. What happens in between is a huge mystery, right? Sometimes things get lost, people get, and they end up in jail, actually, right? So we don't do that stuff. It's also backed up by a formal corporation. We are a formal corporation. You're going to see who we are later on in the process. So we run fully legal processes. This is a new concept. We're trying to change the way logistics are done. It's basically making retail out of logistics. Now it's instead of being B2B or B2C or B2 whatever, now the consumer is actually deciding who is delivering his product where, right? So we have two drivers right now. One is drop off at the kiosk, which is basically directed to walk-in customers, impulse buyers, you know, Thanksgiving people and all that stuff, and products that are bought in non-affiliated stores. The second part is where you come in. If you are affiliated, you can get flat rate per box, that's one thing. And the other one is that if you have big products, all your SKUs can be preset for auto pricing right at the store. So when the customer comes in, he can buy a product and he's going to say, I want to deliver it in the Miami-Dade County, I want to deliver it in Nicaragua, I want to deliver it in Costa Rica or Dominican or whatever. And they can buy it right there at the store. So it's going to generate additional traffic for you at this season, right? If you want it, the product can be picked up at your store without having the customer drop it off at their kiosk. So that's also an advantage. Well, obviously this is a marketing-intensive product, right? So that's why we're here. That's why we're traveling all over the place. It's for social media. We have brand presence. We are in expos and shows in Latin America. Actually, we're starting this week sending flyers all over Central American airports. We're advertising not only the product but also Dolphin, so that tourists that come, they know beforehand that they can use the product to bring the product back. We have direct to the store, which is obviously the big volume generator, not only because of the products that can be bought here, but also products that can be bought later on online. So that's like the third step of the product. what's it not about? There's some competitors and some other products that are similar, but in the end they're not the same. We're not bag storage. A lot of people thought that's what we're going to do. We're not just storing your bag so you can keep on shopping. We don't deliver on cruise ships. There's also a company that does that. We don't do that. We don't deliver in airports. Oh, sorry, there's a type of that. Sorry. We don't do moving and relocation. And you know what? Our business is trust, because we want people to trust us by giving us whatever they purchased for their Christmas shopping or for whatever. And we want to be sure that the product is going to be delivered at home. So this is the support. The product is supported by a large corporation with proven experience in the logistics market. We have large financial capabilities. We have been in the market for almost 50 years. We're certified by U.S. authorities for cargo handling and different modes of transportation. It's a small package, air cargo, ocean cargo, local deliveries. And we're interested in Dolphin as a strategic partner due to the large volume that tourists come here. Despite what you're saying that the volume is decreasing, yes, I think the volume is, I would say, shifting. So I guess the challenge now is, okay, Venezuelans are gone. How do we attract Central Americans? How do we attract more Dominicans? How do we attract more people or even local people? Right? And that's also we have to discuss later on, is that first, you think that only if I buy my shirt, I want to deliver it home for me. But what if I am living here in Miami and I want to send a shirt to someone in Costa Rica? I can drop it off at the kiosk. It's going to be delivered as well. So it's also a way of remittances, if you will. We are part of Grupo Almo. It's a large corporation. It's not very advertised. We're the third largest employer in the region. That's the Central American region. We have 17,000 employees across the region. We have our own offices right here in Miami. We have a freight forwarding company. We have offices in Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, and Hong Kong. We are a global network of third-party agents that cover the parts where we don't have owned offices, certified as well. Grupo Almo is a large corporation that has 3 areas. The reason why I'm boring you with this thing is I don't want you to think that we're fly-by-night people, that they're just throwing flyers. I'm selling pizza for you guys tonight, and tomorrow I don't know where I'm going to be. So this is basically who we are, right? We have 3 areas. One of them is security. The other one is cash in transit, which is basically those armored vehicles that move money around. So the banks trust us, I guess that means something. And we have the third-party logistics division. Each division has its own CEO that reports directly to the board of directors. I'm part of the logistics area, as you might guess. These are the brands that we operate. We are the operator for UPS in Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. We have been awarded as number 1, 2, and 3 contractor in Latin America for 3 years in a row. We have all these things. So we have a brand name called Kayaks Logistics, which is basically the logistics operator that serves as an umbrella for all the services we provide. We're the only operator of similar to USPS, right? So it's El Correo. We're the only one in the world that operates a government-owned postal service. Tropical Wind Cargo is actually our freight forwarding company right here in Miami, right here in Doral, 2 blocks away from the Intercontinental, so you can visit us anytime you like. We run general warehouses, bonded warehouses, borders, customs brokerage, financing, and all sorts of stuff across the region. And we serve a bunch of companies, big and small. These are some of the companies that trust us. The reason why we place these companies here is because they have some special needs that I'd like to just take you through them quickly. You can see here, basically what we transfer is every single product that comes out of the factory across the region. We have factories in Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras, and Costa Rica. and we do all the primary distribution from the factories to the PCs across the region, including customs brokerage and financing of all the process. We also do some short-term warehousing and distribution for them. I don't know if you're familiar with two companies. One is Claro, which is basically the largest cell phone operator in the world. It's Carlos Slim's phone company, basically. We do all the distribution for them in Central America. That includes warehouse, kitting, preparation, picking, and distribution of the cell phones, all the way to the last mile. That means if you're a company executive, you're going to get your cell phone right on your desk. That's part of what we do. You see a lot of banks here. What we do is basically we take all the checks from the banking agencies to the central bank offices, which is similar to the Federal Reserve. So we handle all the checks of the region from the banks to the central area. Right? We have a contract with the Department of State, I guess it is, and we do all the deliveries of the U.S. visas throughout the region. So I guess the idea here is to show that we do several very delicate things like pharma with them, but we handle all the free zone for them and all the products and warehouse and distribution. We have some certifications like Business Alliance of Secure Commerce, ISO, CPPAT, and all those weird things that are required for you to ship safely. We do some service for retailers like you guys. For instance, offshore, what we do is we have a home office that sends the POs. This weird thing here is our own CFS, which is a container freight station. Right? So we handle all the POs, we do the vendor management, we do all the carrier selection and management for the company. We receive all the boxes that are produced by the vendors. We consolidate the cargo and we send it via air, ocean, or land according to the distribution center's final destination. And we do all the export brokerage. Then onshore, which is this side of the border, we do all the brokerage and we do all the inland drayage to the main distribution center. We also do the rest, which is mainly done by you guys or your companies, generally speaking. What we can do as well is we can run our local distribution centers, which means handling all your inventory locally in South Florida, and then do all the replenishment to your stores as needed. That's called speed sourcing, right? Or quick sourcing or stock replenishment. We have software that we can give you so that you can manage your inventories in a connected way to a system so that you have automatic prevention. So this is what it is. This is what we are. And I hope we see you very soon in the next coming years. Right?